Hello, everybody. Welcome to 3TZ, 32 Zombie Podcast. This is your host, Raven Stone, getting right to it as per usual. Sorry, I've been gone for a couple of days, had some stuff to do, and I wanted to get back to it here with some stuff that I've just been toiling over in my head after I watched them. And, of course, I'm talking about the Me Too movement. And, of course, this is old news, isn't it? We're on to the memo and all that stuff. Well, let's speak about the memo real quick. Seems to be a big cadoodle for this memo, and I hope it gets released. I think it is. I think we're on 19 days, they said, until it gets released. There's things to go through before they release the memo. And I hope it freaking takes down as many of those suckers as it can. These people have been playing games with our rights and freedoms. And the Constitution. We've got to get this out of here. And if you guys do not know, the Chinese have been, and I don't know why this is legal or why they allow it, but the Chinese have been given money to a lot of the universities to teach communism. So if you want to know why that's all going crazy now, everybody wants communism, all these young kids. It's because the communists are pushing it in the colleges. They're giving them big money to say this stuff about communism, to indoctrinate the kids in college to go for this stuff. Because the more communist we are, the more friendly we will be toward them and Russia and all that whole thing. Even North Korea. Yeah, there's a communist kerfuffle, isn't it? Where's your love for North Korea, kids? These kids are just so stupid. They're such... I don't know if I could blame them or blame the people that are... Hell, I don't know. I would think by the time they get into freaking college, they would know what communist is about. Communism. Am I wrong about that? It seems like they know. But they want it, and they don't understand it. They're making hammer and sickles. They're making drawings on the concrete and chalk. They don't understand it, and they keep espousing all these talking points that they've been told, regurgitating. You can see they're not even thinking about these things when they come out of them. They just say it. It's like their eyes go up, and you can see the white of their eyes, and they're like, you know, and just it's all this manure comes out of their mouth about communism. Oh, I love it. Communism is awesome. And they look like zombies. It's just so sad. And you got these guys, these Antifa, who have been labeled by the Department of Justice as a terrorist organization. So if you ever run into Antifa, you let them know, you guys are officially a terrorist organization. So, just watch out. It's official. But these kids in these colleges, we've got to do something. This is rampant in our colleges. Rampant. And they're feeding them this shit. And they're feeding them all that stuff. They're feeding them all this cucking of the males. They're after the men. They're after the men. Because you make the men fall, you got it. If you take all the strength out of everything, you got it. There's no more fighting back. And can you imagine an army of cucks, of those guys with their skinny jeans and their little barely can grow a beard face hair? It's And they go around to the women of the same age, and they have two pictures. They have one of these guys that they've been told to dress like this, told to act this way, told to unmasculinize themselves from the world and just be a beta male cuck. That's what they're told to be. And these women are shown two pictures, one of those guys in their skinny jeans and an actual man with some muscle on him that looks like a man. And the women always, of course they are, they pick the guy that looks like a man. They don't want a guy that's a cuck, a ballless, spineless punk. They don't want that. They want somebody who's strong. That's what they want. And they might not say it off the bat because they're told the same stuff. They're told, don't want a man because men are bad. Blah, blah, blah. Be a transgender, be gay, be something else, but don't be a man. It's ridiculous. Oh, we don't spread hate. We're all about love. What? You just said you hated men. It's hated man. Hallelujah. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's, oh my God. They're so, oh, I can't even think of the word. I'm so aghast at what I read and saw. So hypocritical. They're hypocrites. Men need to be men. Let them be men. Let them be men. Now, I've already stated this stuff on a couple other of my podcasts, but this is the truth. This is what's going on in our colleges. It's hitting in the colleges, guys. That's the problem. As most of you already know, I mean, it started big time in 2013 when it really started coming out. You know, safe spaces, all that bullshit. That whole thing with all those words, you know, new made-up words. Oh, check this out. We made up a whole thesaurus of words to, you know, all the genders, all the blah, blah, blah. 2 genders, guys. 1, 2. Really easy to count, even for the slow people in that group. 2. I know you're slow, but you can count to 2. 1, 2. That's what you do. 1, 2. Anyway, that's annoying, and we need to get on these colleges. We need to talk to our government. I know a lot of shit's going on right now in the government, and I think Trump's handling it fine. Not perfect, but you know what? I love the job he's doing. So, and Schumer got cucked. He shut the government down for absolutely nothing. Nothing. There's a wall, or there's no DACA. I mean, Trump has laid out the 4 things that he has to have: the end of chain migration, the end of the visa lottery, the wall, and DACA, a true fix for DACA. It's not something kicking the can down the road, an actual fix for migration. He's made it clear that's what he wants. He's not going to sign anything if does not have that in it. So why would you put anything on his desk that doesn't have that in it? Because he's not going to sign it. And they put something on his desk that didn't have that stuff in it. And he's like, no, I'm not signing that. And then they yelled at him. Oh, you're holding it up. You're holding it up. No, he's not holding it up. He told you what he needs. This is what he needs. And this is what he wants. All right? Fix it. Work on it. You guys do nothing but all day. You can do all that fixing. Fix. Talk to each other. You know, and they get all political, and it's a mess. But I say, release the memo, get all that done, and I can't wait for that to be released. That's going to be awesome. I hope it's as full of stuff as they're saying. I mean, a couple of the senators and stuff that have seen it have been jaw-dropping. They're like, I can't believe this is what I read. I can't believe I read it, because I can't believe they actually wrote it and that it actually took place. And we're talking major things going against Trump, trying to take him down, even take him out. There's even references to that, which I will not go in because I have not read the memo, obviously. So Alex Jones put out something, and what he's got the entire thing that they put out. Now, what the memo is like a 4-page part of that was redacted, and what Alex Jones has got. So Alex does have the full memo, or the full thing, but the part that they're looking for and they're going to release is the 4 pages of redacted material that were not there. So they're planning on having a vote on that once it hits the desk of I almost said Bush, Trump. He says he's going to sign that out and get it out to the people. And I think all hell's if it's as much stuff as what these senators and stuff are saying, if it's got that much stuff in it and that bad, yeah, heads are going to roll. So people are going to go to jail. I hope. But don't hold your breath, because Hillary Clinton's still breathing free air. And nobody deserves to go to jail more than that. That old coot bag. All right, guys. So what I started to talk about was Oprah, and got off on that tangent about. Well, it was an important tangent, though. I think we needed to get that out and about. But Oprah, it's ridiculous. Oprah Winfrey was friends with Harvey Weinstein for decades, and you're telling me she didn't know about what he was doing? Bullshit. You don't become Oprah without going through all the shit that you got to go through, and it's some dark places you got to go to get that high. Trust me. So, she knew. All those fuckers in that Me Too bullshit, Golden Globe, whatever it was that they had that award show, they knew. They knew. So don't you come off here and try to tell me and give me speeches that you gotta stop treating women like. You fucking knew what they did, Oprah. You knew it. You knew what Weinstein was doing. And what all these fuckers were doing. You knew. And you said nothing. And you got the gall to get up there and give a speech telling us? Ridiculous. Hypocrisy at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Take a class, watch that video over and over and write down some notes. That is hypocrisy. If you want to know what hypocrisy is, tell everybody and send all their eyes going to the Golden Globe Awards of this year, 2018, and let them see that and study it. That is hypocrisy. She knew, a lot of them knew. A lot of them knew. All these freaking hypocrites, they knew. All the big players in Hollywood knew. Hell, they were probably in on most of it. They knew. So don't even take for a second this bullshit about them saying, stop doing it, it's terrible. Of course it's terrible. I don't have to be told that's terrible. You can talk to a woman, that's not assault. Dear God, man, you better be careful on pushing the envelope on assault and what that word means. Pretty soon, once you look at a woman, oh my God, he assaulted me. How dare he? Send him to jail for years. And if a woman looks at a man, she assaulted me, officer. She assaulted me. See, they don't understand that it goes both ways. If you're saying that about men, men can say it about women. If just merely hitting on somebody is called assault, then women won't hit on men. Or you're going to see it. You're going to see a slew of men crawling in and saying, you know what, she assaulted me. Because I'm going by the rules you set up, she assaulted me. It's bullshit. Just go back, keep your fucking hands to yourself. You hit on women, sure. Do it, without touching them or whatever. And guys, we never had this problem back in the day. I don't know. Suddenly it's a problem and all these women are saying, yeah, it's a problem. What? Why didn't you ever say anything? I never understood that. To what are you afraid of? Maybe in some of the other cases I can understand, but some people just going about their business and some guy says something? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting pretty scary out there for men and women. It will be for women. Don't worry, guys. Women out there, if any women listen to this, it's going to flip around. The script is going to be flipped and it's going to come on you. It's not going to be too fun. I'm telling you. And if you think it's hard to find a husband now, and men, if you think it's hard to find a wife now, forget it. But of course, I think that's why they're doing all this. I think they don't want us to marry. They don't want us to have kids. It's all about the whole big picture, and that's what you got to look at. Can't look at these little battles they keep playing. It's the big picture that they're trying to really, really get through. Okay? Agenda 2030. That's the one to look at now because that's the new one. It was Agenda 2020, I think, or Agenda 21. That was it. Now it's Agenda 2030. So they have all this plan that it goes through and everything by 2030. Depopulation, birth rates in the toilet. It's sad. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. Give me some comments. Shout out to my two big commenters. Who always comment on my stuff. And thank you guys for listening. Remember, I always take, if you guys want to, just message me or whatever. And let me know. And let me know if there's a certain topic you want me to talk about, because I will. All right, thank you so much. I'm putting a link. I started not a GoFundMe. a Patreon. I know everybody's going, oh my God. But, you know, there's things I'd like to get and do, and I can't afford it. So I'll just put it out there, and who knows? Just a buck would be something. So if you want, you can. If you don't, that's fine. No biggie. But I'd like to get like an actual camera and film this and get guests on and talk to them and do interviews on the street, you know, like in a regular news show. You know, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean up the language a little bit, which is no big deal. I mean, to me, if you're smart enough, you can, you know, you don't have to use that language. It's just that sometimes nothing says it like those words. But all right, guys, until next time, thank you so much for listening and watching. Please give me a like, a thumbs up, and please subscribe on your left-hand side there, about towards the lower middle of your screen on the left-hand side. Hit that subscribe button, then hit the little bell so you get notifications, so you know every time I upload a video, you will get cued in to the fact that I've done it. And until next time, I love you guys. And oh, and I had an outro thing I was going to say, and I forgot. Oh, I forgot it. Oh, well, I'll remember it hopefully for next time. All right, guys, take care.